AI Model Quantization, the complete guide. You just got an RTX 3090 with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, and you want to run large AI models locally. But here's the problem. A 70 billion parameter model needs 140 gigabytes at standard precision. Your GPU has 24. So how do people run these models on consumer hardware? The answer is quantization. Let's start from scratch. An AI language model is essentially a massive collection of numbers called weights. When someone says Llama 3 70B, the 70B means 70 billion weights, decimal numbers that encode everything the model learned. These are stored in floating point formats. FP32 uses 4 bytes per weight. FP16 uses 2 bytes. At FP16, a 70 billion parameter model is 140 gigabytes. Way too big. Quantization is like compressing a raw photo to JPEG. You reduce the precision of each number, from 16-bit floats down to 8-bit integers, or even 4-bit integers. A 4-bit quantized 70B model shrinks to about 35 to 42 gigabytes. Still big, but getting closer to what fits on real hardware. The remarkable thing is how little quality you lose. Neural network weights are statistically redundant. Most cluster around 0. Modern quantization exploits this, giving more precision to important weights and less to the rest. The most popular format, Q4KM in the GGUF standard, adds only plus 0.05 perplexity versus the unquantized model. That's a 63% size reduction with virtually no detectable quality loss. Let's talk formats. GGUF is the universal standard for local AI used by llama.cpp, Ollama, and LM Studio. It offers quantization levels from Q2K at 2.7 bits per weight, tiny but degraded, up through Q80 at 8 bits, which is indistinguishable from full precision. The sweet spots are Q4KM and Q5KM, both officially recommended by the llama.cpp project. The K in K-quant stands for mixed precision. Q4KM doesn't just use 4 bits everywhere. It uses 6-bit precision for the most important layers, attention projections, and certain feed-forward weights, and 4-bit for the rest. This smart allocation is why K-quants outperform naive quantization at the same file size. Beyond GGUF, there are GPU-focused methods. GPTQ, created in 2022, quantizes weights using a calibration dataset and the inverse Hessian to minimize error. AWQ from MIT analyzes activations instead of weights, often retaining better instruction-following quality. XLlama v2's EXL2 format supports arbitrary bit widths and is often the fastest for single GPU inference. All three require CUDA and run entirely on GPU. Then there's bits and bytes, which quantizes on the fly at load time using NF4, a 4-bit format where quantization levels follow a normal distribution, matching how neural network weights are actually distributed. It's the easiest option. Just add a config flag and load any Hugging Face model in 4-bit. It's also essential for QLoRa fine-tuning. Now for the practical guide. On a 24GB RTX 3090, here's what fits. 7 to 8 billion parameter models at Q8 Nero use about 7 to 9 gigabytes. Plenty of room, near lossless quality. 14 billion parameter models at Q4KM use about 9 gigabytes. Excellent. 22 billion parameter models at Q4KM need about 13 gigabytes. Still comfortable. For 70B models, you'd need Q2K extreme compression to barely fit, and the quality suffers noticeably. The golden rule: a smaller model at higher quantization almost always beats a larger model at extreme quantization. A 14B at Q5KM will outperform a 70B at Q2K in nearly every practical test. Getting started is simple. Install Ollama, run Ollama run llama 3.1:8b, and you're running a quantized model locally in under a minute. For more control, llama.cpp and LM Studio give you full flexibility to choose your quant level and configure GPU offloading. Quantization is what makes local AI possible on consumer hardware. It's the difference between needing a $15,000 server and running the same model on an $800 GPU. And with modern K-quants, the quality cost is negligible. For the full article with benchmark tables, comparison charts, and step-by-step guides, visit thinksmart.life/research/post/quantization guide. This has been a ThinkSmart.life research briefing.